Guys, it is time for one of the recipe videos that I promised you. And guys, I'm really sorry that things have been very sparse the last 2 weeks. I'm going to be doing a vlog to kind of update on what all's been happening. Life's been a little bit hectic. So this video today, I realize is actually one that I've kind of done before, but that's a good thing because what I want you to see is that how I just kind of wing a lot of things, and that it's okay to do that and to just do things based on what fit your preferences and needs and all of that. So today I am making the al pastor bake, and I am going to do kind of a condensed video. I want to keep this short and sweet for you. If you want to watch the slightly longer version, you can go watch that older one. I'm going to try to remember to link that in the description box down below. I apologize if I forgot, but I'm going to try to. So I'm going to go ahead, let me show you everything I'm working with, how I'm going to do it, and let's get this food done. Okay guys, so what I am working with today, I have got my package of al pastor. This is what we buy from Sam's Club. I am going to go ahead, I'm going to dump this entire package in my handy dandy giant Tupperware bowl that I absolutely love. I have got 2 cans of tomato sauce sitting here. I'm not 100% sure that I will add both of them. One of them will go in for sure. The second one I'm going to reserve and see if it is needed or not. I have a jar of mild paste salsa. Now guys, sometimes I would add some diced onion to this, but because there's already some in the salsa and we have the one kiddo that has an issue with onions anyhow, I'm just going to do this jar and then we're going to go from there on anything else. I do have some more salsa I can add in if I need to, but again guys, I'm kind of winging this, so we're going to go with it. I've got my block of cheese out that I need to shred. We will probably shred about half of this, so it'll be about a pound of cheese that I'm going to shred into this. We've got our Grand's biscuits, if I can get that into focus for you. These, if you've watched the other video, you know I take my kitchen shears and each biscuit I cut into small pieces and we just mix it in with everything for the purpose of that bake. And then I've got my sour cream. Now I've got 2 tubs here because this one is actually almost empty. So I'm going to finish off that tub, get into this one because we're going to use a few cups worth in that. Now guys, I in the past have always made this in my big Polish pottery that I absolutely love. But with as many people as we have at this point, I have decided we have pretty much switched to my giant heating table casserole pans. I call it a casserole pan. It's really not, but this is what we are making everything in at this point because when you feed this many people, you need to be able to put more food in it. So let me go ahead. I'm coming back over here. I'm going to go ahead, exactly as I said, dump this in, shred half that block in. I'm going to cut these up into small pieces, dump in at least 1 jar, the jar of salsa, and I will let you know an estimate of how much sour cream I put in right there at the end. And just like that, I have got everything mixed in here. I did just add 1 can of tomato sauce, both cans of biscuits, a full pound of shredded cheese, and then roughly about 4 cups worth of sour cream. That makes this nice and saucy. I did debate on going ahead and adding that 2nd can of tomato sauce, but you don't want it to get too soupy or it's just, well, it's going to be soupy when you cook it. Right now, these biscuits that are mixed in here are going to bake up and actually take a little bit of that moisture, and it's going to be awesome. So this is about the consistency that you want. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put all of this in that metal pan. I'll show you how it looks in the pan before I throw it in the oven, and then we're going to get this thing cooking. Okay guys, so I've got it in the pan now. This is one of the large hot table pans, like I had said, spread out in there, and I'm not sure how much this shows up on camera, but it is going to be kind of an offsetting pink color. It's because you mix the tomato sauce and the salsa with the sour cream. It's just what happens. But guys, when it bakes up, it's going to be fine. Now, as this cooks, there's just enough room around the edges. This is going to have room to bake up. I mixed enough cheese into it. I am not going to top this with cheese when it's done. So we'll just go ahead and we'll cook this. One thing you're going to do while it's cooking, I'm going to throw this in at 350 degrees for an hour to start. At that hour mark, guys, check the center of it. Use a fork or a knife, kind of pull it apart a little bit. See if any biscuit pieces in that section are cooked or not. If you still have doughy biscuit, you still have raw meat. So it needs to cook longer. Once you no longer find doughy biscuit in the middle, then, I'm realizing you guys can see hand shadow too. I definitely talk with my hands. But if you do not find any more doughy biscuit, then you're gonna check the closest chunk of meat and make sure that that is cooked all the way through the center. If so, your food is done. If not, cook it a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in now. So guys, while this is in the oven, I wanted to say really quick, when you buy the big package at Sam's Club, obviously this makes a lot of food. I use a very large pan to cook all of it at once. If you're not cooking for as many people, one thing you can absolutely do, first of all, if you like the aluminum disposable pans, put it in a couple different ones. You can bake one now, throw 1 or 2 of them in the freezer for later. That is definitely an option if you want to create some freezer meals, even throw it in the fridge, share it with a neighbor. You have all sorts of options there. This is not something that all has to be baked at once if you don't have a pan big enough. So there are definitely some choices there. You can put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer. You can even, guys, honestly, you could throw this mixture into like a Ziploc freezer bag, throw that in the freezer, and when you're ready to make the next batch of it, thaw that, dump it in a pan, and then bake that. So again, lots of options. I'm gonna let this one bake. I will show you guys what it looks like at the end. And again, we're keeping this short and sweet today. Guys, after an hour and a half, this did come out. So again, I baked this at 350 for an hour and a half. You see that there's already some missing because I had starving kids, so we started dishing them up before I remembered I hadn't finished this yet. So I'm gonna come around to the side here and see if I can zoom in a little bit. You guys can see what the center of that looks like there. And that is the al pastor bake. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. Like I said, short and sweet. I'm gonna have all the ingredients listed in the description box down below, as well as, again, if I remember, the link to the previous time that I made this where I genuinely showed mixing absolutely everything. But guys, it's as easy as throw it together in a bowl, throw it in a pan, and bake it. And feel free to add whether you want some taco sauce, other spices, anything like that. If there's anything you like on your tacos, don't throw lettuce in there though. It's gonna get pretty nasty in the oven. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. In the meantime, I hope that you're having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.